Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Minecraft Time Capsule series. If you've missed the first couple episodes of this series, first of all, I recommend going and watching them. Second of all, basically what we're going to be doing is taking one Minecraft world through all of the available updates, starting from the earliest pre-classic versions to the modern version, whatever that is when we get there. In the last video, we were in the last version of pre-classic, and we built this nice little village here. Got a couple of buildings up here, and a whole bunch of buildings down there. Now you may notice we are now in the classic era officially, and there's a couple of quick changes to note. Number one, you can see in the top left corner, we now have a few things. So not only does it now display the version number, which the one we're in is 0.0.11a, which is the first update of the classic era. We can also see FPS and chunk updates. On top of that, there is a new breaking and placing block mechanic. Let me see if I can figure it out. Okay, left click. All right, so yeah, right click changes between placing and breaking mode. So right now I'm currently in breaking mode, so whatever I do will just break blocks. But if I right click, it'll now just place blocks. Now this is different from before because you didn't have to switch modes before. You would just left click to place and right click to break, but now it's all left click and you just use right click to change the blocks. And the way to switch between blocks is still the numbers on the top of the keyboard here. But that's what we've got for this version. Now we're about to switch versions. I just wanted to start off in this version real quick to show off the newest changes, but we're actually going to be updating because the next version of Classic will add a new terrain generator. So just like before, we're going to say goodbye to this world for now. It'll come back in the near future. But let's go ahead and update to the next version. All right, this is quite the interesting spawn, but immediately you can notice the difference. We now have water generation and swimming mechanics. This is... Wow, the swimming is slow. Okay. But yeah, welcome to Classic 0.0.12a_3. So, like I just mentioned, there is some new terrain generation, which means we're now in a new world. We've got water on the surface. I think there might be lava on the surface too, or at least it might be able to generate. I could be wrong about that, but we'll see if we see any. There's also a few other changes. One thing I'm noticing is that my jump height is definitely a lot bigger. Is this a cave? Okay, looks like we've got some cave generation. This is really cool. I like this. And the block overlay on the top right seems to be gone, but we can still cycle through all the blocks here. We've got stone still, grass, cobblestone, wood, and the sapling. Oh, okay, the overlay reappears for the sapling, but not everything else. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and explore our world a little bit here. We've got a lot of rough terrain going on. It's very interesting. Got a little bit of parkour going on here. But yeah, there's a lot of water. This is a very, very noticeable change. And the terrain definitely does seem a lot rougher. Oh, there's some Steves swimming over there. We've got another cave here. I'm really interested in these caves. This is really cool. Now, to my knowledge, there is still no ores, but this is our first look at some cave generation, which is really exciting. Maybe we'll do a little bit of building in one of these caves, maybe make a little mine shaft or something. Let me make a quick staircase out of here. It's really nice to be able to left click to break blocks again. Oh, here we go. Yes, we do have a lava pool. Nice. Okay, I was hoping we would get that. So yes, lava now generates on the surface, which is the first time we're seeing this. This will eventually get removed, but then re-added much later on. Obviously, we have lava pools now in the modern version of Minecraft. This is definitely a very interesting terrain generation. Lots of caves, lots of rough terrain, and cliffs. I'm really digging this. And I like that we have this little like mountain here and kind of like peaks at the top. It's kind of cool. Yeah, look at this. This is a nice view. Oh, and I also think, yeah, okay. That's really weird to look at. Okay, so what I've just done is change the render distance. So this is the first time we get render distance controls if you press F. Now, normally what I'm used to seeing is fog, but there's not quite fog yet, so it just kind of gets rid of it. There's a Steve in the distance there that's still rendered. That's really funny. But actually doing this allows me to show off there is a dedicated border now made of bedrock around all sides and on the ground. And then just past it is some water generation, which I don't believe is infinite. We won't really get into any kind of infinite terrain for a while. But yeah, this is our first kind of look at some world borders going on. But let's fix that because that's crazy to look at. I didn't really come into this video with any kind of build in mind. Like I did for the last one. I kind of knew what I wanted to do. But I'm thinking maybe we have this nice hill here. I was thinking maybe we could build a castle on this hill. Castle on the hill. Isn't that an Ed Sheeran song? Anyway, I think it'd be cool if we have like a castle here. I don't know how big I want to make it, but maybe we could have like a main kind of building here and some towers coming off of it. I think that could be a really cool build to do. So let's just start planning that out. We're gonna use cobblestone. I feel like that's like the quintessential castle building tool. I don't know. We're probably gonna have to mess with a lot of this terrain because as cool as it is, it's gonna get in the way. So let's just start planning some stuff out. I'm thinking maybe, what do I want to do? I definitely think I want to have a central tower right up here on this platform here. And then have some other maybe smaller towers kind of around. And then we could connect them up with some bridges and then maybe build like a castle wall around it. Or something similar like that. So let me get cooking on a design and see what I can come up with. All right, I've got the start of something going here for the main tower. I built a 20 block wide circle shape. And I also made sure to build up to see where the build limit is. It's not very high. I will say that it's not very high. So I did dig out some of the terrain in the front here to bring this part down more to give the illusion of it being a little bit taller. Yeah, we're gonna have a main tower here, and then, like I said, we'll have a few other towers jutting out and maybe some other buildings attached to it. But I'm gonna work on this for now, come up with a basic design for this tower, and then we'll expand from there. But I just wanted to show my thinking process so far. I'm gonna have to dig this out too, which might be a pain, but oh well. I'm gonna get building. Okay, it's been a couple days since that last clip. I've been a little bit sick. You might be able to tell by my voice. But I've made some progress here. I've been a bit busy, and let me just show you what I've done now. So I have this bridge coming along here. I wasn't planning on building it so far, but I just kind of like got in the zone and just started building this. But I really like it. And coming up here, we have our main sort of tower building, and then I built this little offshoot with this like more wooden style, more medieval, perhaps is the word. It kind of juts out here, and then I added a little extra tower right there onto it. Let me take you inside. There's not much of an interior yet. I just have some stairs going. This is what the inside looks like. Kind of go up this way. We have a spiral staircase. This leads right into this building, which then leads into this tower. I'll probably have some like stairs up in here with a platform so you can look out these windows. And I don't know what this room would be. I haven't figured out that far yet. Let me take you up here. A little bit of a window right here. This goes all the way to the top of the tower, where it's basically just stone. But we get to look out, and that looks really cool. I really like that bridge there. I'm gonna make the end of it look a little bit ruined, as if like maybe it connected to something, but for some reason or another it collapsed. I don't know. I've just been kind of building. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I've been sick, so I've just been kind of hopping on here whenever and just doing whatever I feel like doing. I'm gonna build a few more little extensions of this castle like this, and some other towers, and I'm gonna get some walls going around the land, and perhaps maybe some more roads going around. Not entirely sure yet. Yeah, that's kind of my thinking here. One last little ground view before I continue onwards. I'm keeping it very simple. I could be doing more with like detailing now that I have some, like, you know, stone and wood and stuff, but there's something about the simplicity of these versions that I just try to maintain. So yeah, that's the progress update. I'm gonna get back to work a little bit with some more building. All right, and we're back. So I just finished building a wall around the entire mainland. Let me actually build up a little bit so that you can see this. There we go. So I made an outline across just this main island here, and I built this up. This actually took me quite a while to do. It looks very simple, but with just how slow building can be in this version, it did take quite a while. But I'm happy with how it turned out. I have some plans. You can see I didn't really finish it here. That's because I'm going to turn this into like a little gatehouse type thing. I'm probably going to have like 2 towers on either side of this bridge that then the wall will connect up to. Maybe some kind of arch here. And besides that, I have other plans to throw in some other buildings. But I figured we're going to be in this world for a couple more versions. I figure why rush it, you know? I think I'm going to leave it off here for this version. But yeah, just since we're going to be here a while, and I've been in this version for about a week now, I feel as though I want to move on. So don't worry, we're not done with this world yet. It'll come back. I have some plans. I'm going to do some building. But since we're going to be in this world for a couple versions, it just makes sense to go ahead and leave it off here for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. The series is progressing really nicely so far. I'm really excited, and you know, the farther we get, the more exciting it's going to get. I'm really happy with how this build is turning out so far. I think it's going to be really cool by the time we get to the last version of this world. So yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.